So it seems like the times of being able to hit a restock or buy Pokemon products at retail stores like Walmart, the chance to even hit a restock at Walmart and stuff is already extremely hard, but some Walmarts seemingly are just not selling Pokemon anymore. And I've heard that from some places, just from people, but this Reddit post, I guess, is highlighting, like, is their local Walmart has done the same thing. They do not have a Pokemon section anymore. So let's just read this post and see what they say. I asked a manager if the section got relocated. They told me management decided to repurpose the space and that they permanently cut ties with the supplier due to months of empty shelves. Now, I can really heavily, I guess, um, vouch for this thing they're saying is, empty shelves for months. Every time I go to Walmart and I just, pass by the card section, it is always empty. The only things that are there are like Pokemon plushies and figures. That's about it. There's never any cards. It is always empty. Now, is it possible every single time I go there it's already being cleaned out? Sure, but I feel like at some point, like I should have hit a restock at this point, but I have not. So I can definitely vouch for the months of empty shelves. I have not seen product on Walmart shelves for a pretty long time at my local Walmart. So I can definitely speak for that. Walmart is not fond of wasted real estate space. Yeah, obviously, if you have retail space, you want to fill it up as much as possible and get products out there. Apparently, if you're not able to provide supply, Walmart has the right to end your contract early. Not sure if this impacts all Walmarts, but as far as my town goes, Walmart is officially done with Pokemon TCG products. I live in a town with no comic stores. Walmart used to be the main supplier. Now our only option are the dollar stores or driving to the next major town 1.5 hours away. So they must live in the middle of nowhere. So that is pretty unfortunate for this person that they can't just go to a store now to buy products in person. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this thing this person has, but let me know down in the comments if you have. So yeah, I, it just this whole thing with Pokemon now, it does seem like things are falling apart, sort of like GameStop now charging above MSRP or whatever on these new releases. Just supply issues in general. Now, like these big stores not even having Pokemon products anymore. It is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like this is like a good thing. I think all these problems to some extent it is bad. Like Walmart not selling anything and just people that maybe just want to go to the store. Like some places won't even have it for these upcoming releases. Like if they're really cutting ties with their third party distributors, like if that's really the case, these new sets like Journey Together, other prismatic products, Destined Rivals, you won't even be able to go into some of these places to buy it. You're just gonna have to buy online, and obviously in person, you're going to have that chance, right? It's slim chance to get it at MSRP or retail because obviously market price is going to be way above that. But if that's taken away, you're gonna just, you're either gonna have to just not buy anything, or you're gonna have to just hopefully hit an online restock from Best Buy or one of these places, or you're gonna have to pay the marked up prices, which a lot of people are obviously against. So let's just read some comments, and I have one more post that I wanted to quickly show you guys. So this person says there seems to be an issue at the distribution level. I'm not surprised that they made this decision, as it seems like other big stores like GameStop have also been getting bleeped by allocation. Rumor going around that Target also is going to stop selling product. So this behavior seems to check. What will happen? Who knows? Times they are changing. Yep, I don't even know. Was this a thing back in 2021 where some stores weren't selling it? I don't know. I think it might have been a thing maybe because there's fights. I'm not. I don't really remember, to be honest. But yeah, pretty crazy that this stuff is happening. So there's a couple other comments that I saw that I wanted to read. I think it was this one. That's actually a W for Walmart. Just stop holding space for Pokemon, and maybe Pokemon will start printing. How does that make any sense? So let me just read this again. Just stop holding space for Pokemon, and maybe Pokemon will start printing. How does that make sense to you guys? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm dumb. Does that make any sense? The only way for Pokemon to settle is by releasing a terrible set or printing absolutely up the, which will probably not happen anytime soon. So this thing with terrible set, I can tell you one thing. At least for the next couple sets, I don't think it's gonna be bad. And even after that, we have talks of what like black and white set. the megas, I think whatever the ZA thing is. So unless they really mess things up, which I mean honestly, it seems like every single set after like Stellar Crown, like Surging, Prismatic, and Journey Together, seems like artwork has gotten progressively better in my opinion. I mean, there are sets earlier on that had great artwork too. Like, don't get me wrong, definitely a lot of the earlier Scarlet and Violet sets have had amazing artworks. But just now we're getting a lot more like like popular Pokemon with these amazing artworks. So yeah, I don't know if that's really going to happen where they're going to release a terrible set anytime soon. I mean, Journey Together obviously it's going to have the trainer card things, and then Destined Rivals is going to have some Team Rocket cards in it. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. And this whole printing thing, I mean, that's obviously up for debate. We don't know how much they can print, all these sort of things, but everyone's just hoping they print into the ground, which who knows if that's going to happen and if they even want to do that and if they even can. So here's the other one I think I wanted to read here. So I have realized that you basically need to not have a job to get product, as all stores are stocking on weekdays during working hours, and if it's like that, my area, the same couple of unemployed people know the stocking schedules, follow the stockers around, and getting all the product at every Walmart and Target in a 25-mile radius. So, I mean, this is not true. You do not. I mean, this statement that I have realized that you basically need to not have a job to get product, that's not true. You're limiting yourself to in-person stores. In this day and age, I mean, there's the internet, right? I mean, obviously on the internet, it is pretty much almost near impossible to buy at MSRP, which I'm guessing is kind of their, I guess maximum they're willing to pay. Because I mean, you could always buy product. You can buy Prismatic, you can buy Surging Sparks, but you're gonna have to pay up. So I guess your argument here is that it's for retail, right? That you want to pay, which obviously then I guess it's somewhat true. I mean, these online restocks that some of these stores have, like Best Buy and stuff, which is going to what I'm going to get to here, or they're horrendous. So yeah, it does limit, I guess, that sort of, I guess, possibility that you can go into a store and buy stuff. And I guess that's why you're saying you need to not have a job to get it product. But this statement is incorrect because you can buy anything you want. You just got to buy online, and you need to have the money for it and be willing to pay for it. But the next thing I want to talk about here is this Best Buy drop thing. So, a lot of people are complaining about Best Buy and I guess their new system, with, I don't know, just, I guess it just sucks. So this person, you can see their experience has been a blank screen. I remember, waiting in line for Prismatic Evolutions, and I actually was able to get in for 2 ETBs, but I didn't buy it because the place was like 40 miles away, and I was like, okay, I'm not driving that far to get 2 ETBs at retail. Honestly, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, you know what, maybe I should have just done it just to get something at retail and kind of be a fun thing and just go for a nice drive. But yeah, it was like 40 miles. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do that. But so this person said, when I added to cart, everything crashed, lol, set a blank screen for a good 30 seconds. Then I was told I was in line, brought me joy to see, just to be crushed shortly after. Best Buy notified me it was sold out. At least they are trying though. Yeah, I remember when I would, get through with the line, like the online queue, and actually get to the checkout. Literally in real time, some of the locations would sell out. Like while I was trying to, pick specific ones, they would just disappear. So it was kind of crazy. But yeah, this whole online queue thing, obviously you're trying to, prevent, the site from crashing and stuff because everyone just goes on Best Buy at once. Obviously there'll be problems, and obviously Pokemon Center has implemented a very similar system. So yeah, these retail drops, I'm telling you, I don't even try. Okay, maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe this may be not a good trade to have, but it's not worth it to me. Like to try to get a couple of products because they're obviously limited. You can't buy hundreds of these. To wait on my phone, try to get through these pages and all these crashes, to buy 1 or 2 products at retail. Is it really worth it? Because the way I see things is this. For example, like Prismatic Evolutions. I can buy at not market price, but I can buy above MSRP. Okay, I am paying above MSRP, but I can buy these at under market. And for me, it's like, okay, for example, I can buy a Prismatic Evolutions ETB at $100, or I can try to go to my Walmart, local Walmart, drive there every single day to try to hit a restock. Which one's worth it? I can buy it for like $40 off of market price. I can still like do decent. I mean, I'm still already up, right? Like $40. Yeah, I'm paying above MSRP. Or do I want to waste my time, my gas money, to try to go around to these stores and try to hit restocks or sit on my phone for hours and try to do all this stuff, what would I do? And obviously, if I'm buying on the secondary market, I can buy as much as I want. I can spend thousands of dollars at one time, not having to go and try to go online, buy two products for MSRP. Wow, right? I mean, for me, obviously, as an evil investor scalper, it's not, I can't like buy at scale. Because for me, it's not worth it to buy one or two products here and there at MSRP. Like, that's nothing, right? Like, for me, I'm trying to buy, depending on the product, thousands of dollars at one time. And I am not able to do that with this current situation in this market because there's a bunch of, quantity limits and stuff, which is understandable. So for me, I don't even care about all these drops and retail things. It's not worth it because it's just, you can't even get it. And even these people that try super hard, they can't even get it. So, this whole thing with these drops and retail things, I mean, I've just stopped paying attention to any of these, sources that say, oh, like have these drop notifications. I've given up. I don't really care, to be honest. So let's just see what some people say here. I don't know why it still says I'm in line for others when it says sold out. It's because it's probably cashed in that you're in line and then it sells out. Like if you refresh the page, it'll probably say sell out. But happy Pokemon Day. Yeah, I guess I'm recording this the day of Pokemon Day, but yeah, it was kind of disappointing, I guess, for some people. At least they told you it was sold out. Mine still hasn't. Yep, like for me, when I was, for Prismatic Evolutions release, that did happen for some products for me. These Best Buy launches are jokes. I waited for it to drop in the app, got kicked out for the drop, couldn't load back in for a good 3 minutes or so, managed to get in line, waited for 10 minutes, and then it updated to out of stock after waiting. I absolutely hate the state of the hobby right now. It's disgusting. Like I said, for me, not worth my time. I'm okay paying above MSRP because I'm not emotional, and yeah, I'm fine if I can buy under market. I can buy as much as I want. I'd rather just do that. So, I guess that's the end of this video. Just this whole thing with Pokemon supply issues. I mean, I've seen so many people now, just I guess really, really hoping for this printing into the ground to happen. I mean, it seems like it would be a good time for that to happen, right? With all these supply issues, but I just don't see it happening, right? And this, issue is going to continue. And this whole thing with people online, I guess, obviously I'm making videos about it, but this trend, it's like a trend now, right? To talk about Pokemon and get mad online. It's a trend. You're going to be, mad for a while. And that's not even like, that's just me being honest. Like, you really think this problem is going to solve itself in a month or two? Like, if you're really hoping for this printing into the ground, you probably got to wait at least, like, I would say a year. It's possible then. But for the next 3 to 6 months, honestly, I think you're dreaming if you think this will get any better. So, I would honestly save the headache. And, you can still try. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if this whole situation is frustrating for you to, sit in these virtual queues and not get anything because, you're waiting and then it says out of stock, I'm telling you, just go outside and just forget about this stuff. I gave up because I had pretty much no luck. Like that one time I told you I was able to actually get into the line and buy it, but it was 40 miles away. It's not worth it. So I just sort of gave up on all these drops on retail. I don't really care anymore. They all have limits. It's not worth my time. I'm buying on the market. Open market, buying, maybe 20-30% under market price. That's good enough for me. And I feel like, being an evil investor scalper, I can still do pretty well doing it that way. And I'm able to buy in large quantities. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Let me know what your experience has been, buying at retail stores. Have you been able to hit any restocks? Have you been able to buy anything from these online drops? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.